Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my mostly vanilla series. I don't even know right now. Season 2. So some of these added textures this go around aren't my best work. I mean, look at these. I don't even think you can tell what they are anymore, but these were originally pale oak planks. They're definitely a texture I'm going to have to change next go around, because they are ugly. Do I have my spawn set? Now I do. Well, it's day anyway, so... Oh yeah, that's the pale forest up there. Yeah, I thought I saw a weird structure. I've been playing modded Minecraft. That's a skeleton. If I remember correctly, the last time I played this, I got trapped in a freaking death loop. How many times was it that I died again? 6? 8? I don't even know. However, I got iron. I got sticks. I can make an iron sword. And I still have yet to fix the armor. Oh my god. The armor is definitely my worst work. Hello there, skeleton. I'm not as tired as I was the last time I recorded this series, so you can't get one over on me. Here's one of the new textures. This is clay. And when you break clay, you get clay. Right? When you break clay, you get clay. That's what that is. Clay balls. Anywho, what I want to do this episode, this second episode of my mostly vanilla series, I want to build myself a proper home, not this trash hut I currently have going on up here. Was it up here? It has to be up here. Yeah, not this trash hut I have going on here. Oh my god. But to... Oh, I should clear out my inventory. Hold on. Give me a sec. I need to make some chests and then I'll do what I need to do. 44, yeah, whatever. And then turn all of these into chests. This is only temporary storage, so I don't know. Let's put them right here. Oh no. I want you two to connect, not be single chests. So crouch, right click you there, and there we go. And you right there. So, I'm not going to bother organizing because, as I said, this is temporary. Oh, I have steak. I have so much food right now. Oh my god. Anyway, I want to get proper resources to build my home, and, yeah. I'm going to continue building with these pale oak planks, no matter how unsightly they are. I will, by the way, fix their texture so they won't always be this ugly. I hope. Oh my god, what did I do to that poor texture? I'm back on the surface. Down there is my mine. It goes pretty deep down there. I'd say pretty deep, all the way down to deep slate level, and in my inventory I have multiple stacks of deep slate. That's that's cobblestone. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of cobble deep slate. Now you may be wondering why I have so much cobble deep slate, and that's because when I edited the deep slate texture, I made it darker than it was originally. And no, it's not technically a new texture. It's one of the ones I added in the last season, of course. I don't know if many people saw it. I mean, you definitely saw the texture for the tile deep slate. That I'm sure of. However, this is normal cobbled deep slate. What else? That's cobblestone. That's cobblestone. Cobbled. Okay, that's all cobbled. So, I need 3 normal stone, not smooth stone. 3, because I want to start making a stone cutter. For some reason, I don't have one, which is strange considering when I usually play Minecraft, stonecutters are like one of the first things I craft because they're very useful for builders, especially builders who want to save on resources like me. Anywho, that's a zombie taken care of. Toss you in there. Oh, there's another one. You're a villager zombie. I'm not gonna save you. I'm sure another one of you will spawn eventually, and I could always try finding a village to gather some more of you from. So, all's good. You can die. Now, my stone, it should be smelted now, right? Yep. And finally, I have a stone cutter. Now I'm gonna put my iron back in my furnace because I want that all smelted. You can go there. So I'm going to make the floor of my home. Yeah, you can see some of the unedited deep slate textures here. I'm gonna make the floor of my home deep slate tile slabs, and the reason for that is because they're one of my edited textures. And placing that down, you can see that they're almost completely black. And the reason why I want an almost completely black texture is to contrast sharply, for a sharp contrast between two blocks. And I'm going to be making the wall of my home pale oak planks. Now, my home's going to look pretty unsightly with this new pale oak planks texture, but I promise I will change that in the next episode, so they won't look like that. But now, come back in here, and right, I need more deep slate. Yeah, let's turn these into normal deep slate tiles. I'm going to have to gather more wood, won't I? I have dark oak wood, or yeah, I have dark oak planks. Not the kind of planks I need though. So I'll have to gather more, make an axe or two, and go cutting down trees. Until then though, I suppose I will get started on my home's foundation. I can't be having it sit on the ground like that any longer. Not for any real reason, but simply because I prefer it not to. The real question now, though, is whether I want to build my house down there at the very bottom of this, whatever you would call this, or should I build it over there somewhere? Either way, I want to build it where there's a large gathering of moss. So yeah, I think it's gonna have to be down there. I wouldn't mind also having a freaking lava fall in front of my home. Okie dokie. I placed down the base of my home. So, you got the main structure right here, and then you have the front of the... I accidentally broke a torch. Then you have the front of the structure right there next to the lava. Now, I'm not going to place stairs that go into the lava because that would be stupid. That would be ridiculous. But I will put the stairs on either side of the front. So there would be a staircase here, and then there would be an identical staircase here. And naturally, they're going to have to be derived of some sort of stone variant because lava's right there. And if I make them out of wood, I believe they can catch fires. I don't know. I'm not very informed about Minecraft fire physics when it comes to stairs. Like, can they burn? Can they not? I don't know. However, now I'm going to head up to the surface now that that's complete and gather some wood. Particularly dark oak and pale oak wood, which is, you know, pretty much the only wood types I have around. Except for birch and oak. I think there's oak here. I mean, I saw it yet. See, over there, that's oak, that's oak, that's oak. So, I do have birch and oak trees as well. However, I only want dark oak and pale oak. So, time to get tree cutting. I think I have to crouch, right? Yep, okay. I had to crouch. The tree harvesting mod. Tree cutting. What is? I believe it's tree harvester. There's a lot of tree cutting mods out there. Not so many for this particular version of Minecraft, though. Oh my, it's a pillager patrol. Okay, I'll simply head over here. By pillager. Now, where are the pale oak trees? They're up further on the mountain. That's unfortunate because over that way is where that pillager was. Oh well, I doubt I'll run into them. Potentially. Who knows, I might not. I have plenty of wood now. Dark oak and pale oak. The pale oak is mostly going to be turned into planks. The dark oak, however, will be used in their log-ish form. That was stupid. Anyway, I need to head back up to my base so I can make a new axe before I continue building my house, because I used up the entire durability of that last iron axe, and thus I need a new one because I no longer am carrying any on me, which is unfortunate. Alright, new iron axe acquired. Now the reason why I need this iron axe is for stripped wood. I don't plan on building the frame of my house out of normal dark oak wood. So naturally, the secondary progression of that is to change. Oh my god. This waterfall right here is a freaking tropical fish farm, I swear. I keep picking these up every time I come over here. The problem is that I don't eat them. And I don't know if I can compost them or not. Do I even need bone meal? Oh, whatever. Anywho, time to start building the frames of my house. Would it be frames or frame? Pillars? Whatever. Whatever the terminology I use when I build. I gotta build those, the things that stand vertical, and then I gotta connect them with things that go horizontal. You know the idea. Everybody's done it in Minecraft at least once, I believe. Here we go. I'm simply gonna jump ahead when that's already complete because I build a lot in my videos. It's like the main focal point, and sometimes that can get really repetitive. So I'm going to clear out a bit of the repetitiveness. And here we go. I got the entire frame built for the first floor. And I did add these extra logs here to resemble, I don't know, something like teeth. A toothy sort of design. And now I need to fill out the walls for one, but what do I want to build the walls out of? Like, naturally, there's going to be the pale oak. That's already determined, but what else? Do I stick with deep slate? I think I'm going to stick with deep slate. Will I do deep slate tiles? No, I don't think so. That'd be too many deep slate tiles to deal with to reconcile into the build, so I think I may do normal deep slate bricks. Yep, that sounds like a plan to me. Simply need to come in here and go to sleep real quick. I got the blocks I decided for the walls: pale oak planks, deep slate bricks, and those are the two for the walls. I also have dark oak slabs for the ceiling or second floor, because I can't have too much deep slate going on here. So, now, deep slate bricks. You know what I call these? I call these bands. What do other people call them? I have no idea. I don't know if they have an actual architectural term for them or not. I simply call them bands. So, yeah, I think I'll line the upper band as well with deep slate bricks. Now I fill out the rest of the walls with the pale oak planks. Oh, my eyes. I only now realized how much they are going to hurt from looking at these planks. Oh boy. The window frames, what should I make them at? I'll simply use cobbled deep slate. It goes with the build, I think. And, well, yeah. Let's do 2 high on these front windows here. I won't do it on all of them. For example, this one is going to be a 1 high center window. Same with this one. Now these two can, the ones back here can be 2 highs, particularly 2x2s. That's what my windows are going to look like. My back windows, I got 2 2x2s. Now I need to fill the rest of this in with pale oak planks. Oh boy. This is going to hurt my eyes. Oh, wow, I'm already finished. I guess the next step would actually be to fill out the ceiling then. Time for my second floor? Yeah, I think my first floor is almost finished. Not fully finished, of course, but it's almost finished. And so I am going to have to start working on the second floor now. So what to do? Because, like, I need stairs, right? Yeah, I'll head back up to my first base and gather stairs then to go on to the second floor so I could begin doing my thing up there as well. So, all the way over here. And since I'm over here, I can also make some doors. Dark oak doors, right? Okay, and then stairs. I don't need that many stairs. I think 32 might be a good number. And then I could turn the rest of this cobble deep slate into deep slate bricks to match the second floor with the first floor. What else? What else? Do I have sand? No, I don't have any sand. So that is something I'm going to have to collect, but for now, it's all fine. Alright, time to return to my new home. Ugh, this back and forth is killing me. Hold on, I'm gonna move my basic setup stuff all the way over there in my new home to lessen the whole back and forth travel. I hope breaking my bed doesn't make me respawn elsewhere in case I die. I mean, I know it is, but what I'm saying is I hope I don't die, because then I'd be elsewhere, and I don't think... Oh, hey, it's yellow axolotl. But anyway, I don't think this place is in the in the spawn. I don't know. It might be, actually. I'm not gonna bother checking, though, because I already set my respawn point. And now, time to place down the doors. The chocolate bar doors. That's why I'm going to refer... Wait, what? Oh, hey! We have the double doors mod in here. Neat. Is that something I had, or is it a part of the fabulously optimized mod pack? I don't remember. So, that's great. Love this mod. Oh, wait. You only open up one if you crouch? Neat. Anywho, time to make the staircase up to the second floor. Ah, the nice staircase is complete. Ooh. Wow. This is taking a while. Forgot how long building can take. I've been working on a different project rather than playing Minecraft. It's not something that's going to be coming out on this channel, though, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Oh, I forgot to place down my furnace down here. My furnace, you can go right below that window. Crafting table can go right there. Stone cutter can go right there. And then right here, let's do that. No. If I'm gonna do that, it's gonna have to be like something else. A dark oak counter. That's better. And then I could put a fence right here. I don't know. Decisions, designs. They all run rampant through this brain of mine. Alright. Now the second floor. Okay. I got it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me my water bucket so I can clutch this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow. And then I'll put another pillar right here and do the same number. And I'm gonna do this same pattern on the other side of this building as well. I already have all the necessary materials to finish building and filling out these walls, so I'm going to get to that. I have the deep slate bricks in my inventory, as well as all of the all of the pelk wood. You know, I'm going to start referring it to that now, pelk. So I got all of the pelk wood in my inventory, and yeah, that would be it for the walls. Time to repeat and redo. No redoing. That sounds like a massive pain. You know, redoing the entire walls, breaking down the ones I've already placed to get it done. Ugh. And it's hard to tell if I have enough bricks to go all the way. No, I don't. Okay, forget I said anything, because I am 3 bricks off from having what I needed. Good thing I have my good old trusty stonecutter here. 1, 2, 3, and turn all those into deep slate bricks. You know, originally I wanted to add the ore excavation mod to this mod pack, my mostly vanilla mod pack. However, ore excavation still has yet to make a compatible version with this version of Minecraft. And the same goes for FTB Ultimine, by the way. So what did I make the window frames out of? Normal deep slate. Yeah, I can do that. Normal deep slate bricks. 2 tall on the front, 1 tall on the sides. Gotta stick with the pattern. And I think I had 2 double windows back here, like this, and then that and that. Those are the window frames. So now I'm gonna fill out the walls with the pelk wood. And that's the second floor done. For the most part. I mean, it's still lacking windows, but so is the first floor. However, I'm currently smelting sand to make glass. So while I wait for that, I'm going to make some ladders and start working on the third floor, the third and final floor. This is going to be a double ladder. I'm missing 1. That can be fixed. I can simply take off those 2 and put them up here instead. And then put stairs here. Alright, and now I have access to my third floor. And I'm going to start working on the frame now. And I have the logs for it, so it's going to be over real quick. Alright, the last step for the third floor, this tiny little floor here. This is where my bed's going to be. Yeah, that's literally the only thing I could fit up here. A bed, horizontal rather than vertical. So I am going to finish this up. First, the ceiling. Dark oak slabs. That's real easy. Only 8 slabs. That's interesting. And now the bricks. I don't have any more bricks. That's unfortunate because I also out of deep slate, so I need to sleep real quick and then head back down to my mines for a bit. I was wrong. I don't need to head back down into my mine because I still have deep slate. I thought I was out of that. Ooh, I really need to get used to my own textures. Holy. So now I come back all the way up to the 3rd floor. The tower, I should say. The roost, the crow's nest, whatever you want to refer to this floor as. And then place down these. Dude, all around. And that's complete. Now. So. No windows on the sides, but on the back and front, that is totally permissible. So I'm going to fill out the unwindowed walls with the planks as it goes. And these are going to be windows. Yeah. Let's do this. And then strip the... that's so annoying. And strip these. Now it's ready for windows. So place a torch here and a torch there. And that's complete, with the exception of a couple of trapdoors to place at the top of these ladders to make moving around up there far easier, so I don't end up sliding down them when I want to go up and down, or when I don't want to go up and down, so I don't slide down them when I don't want to go up and down. No, I don't like how those open, so flip them around and replace them. There we go, that's much better. And I could put like barrels or something right here. I could put a little desk. I could do this. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then for the window, let's do that. And there we go. This is the top floor, my bedroom. Come down here and collect my bed so I could quickly reset my spawn point. I hate having to pick up my bed, but whatever. Sometimes it's necessary. And place my bed right there. And like that, I have a safe place to spawn, and I never have to worry about that stupid text saying you may not rest right now, there's mobs nearby. So everybody, I have my entire house built. That's not true. There still needs work to be done. There's still work to be done. I mean, that's what it looks like with windows now. Oh my god, that little top part is I don't know how to feel about that. It stands out so much. Anyway, time for a bit of a house tour. Here's the inside. Right, it's not particularly well decorated. And then the second floor is still empty, and this is what my room looks like. Yes, this is probably the most decorated room in my entire house right here. And that's because it's the smallest room, so it looks the most decorated, but that's not the point. It is now time for me to finish up the building, at least the main building. I could add more details later if I ever get around to it, or if I ever remember, because I know I continue saying these things about building and whatnot, and then I completely forget what I was doing. So anyway, this is what the current main building looks like. Now I am gonna start working on the roof. And there we go. That is my house, fully built. Ow, I accidentally hit my knee on my desk. Anyway, as I was saying, that's my house, fully built. By the way, this episode, despite how it may seem, did not have any editing in it whatsoever. I figured I would simply mention that in case people got the wrong idea. With everything being done, this is the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will expect you to appear in my next video as well. Goodbye, everybody.